So MarketPro is sort of the umbrella program for Cooper Lighting on everything that's stocked in Canada. Now we've got two stocking facilities. There's one in Markham, another one in Calgary. A lot of the inventory that you guys stock and what you sell out of BC comes out of Calgary. But yeah, so MarketPro, basically you get innovation on new product, top brands from Cooper: HALO, Metalux, Lumark, as well as Greengate and Wavelengths. And these are proven bestsellers. These are the ones that are the sort of the AAA items that are rotating sort of every day. And what we're seeing now is a trend on a lot more selectability. You know, we used to have to make a lot of hard decisions when we're looking at stocking product. Like what color temperature is my customer going to want tomorrow? And no one had a crystal ball. So the ability now to sort of select color, select lumens, and in some cases select optics right out of the gate really allows you to stock less SKUs and handle a larger market base. And that's really what MarketPro is for. Now on the agenda today, we're going to cover about 6 products. The XAS, which is brand new, the AWP, which was launched sort of late last year, and we're sort of starting to get into outdoor lighting season, so it's a good time to start reviewing sort of the outdoor product, even though it's gorgeous out. Flip-N-Klip is sort of a new thing for us, and we've got the HLA, which we discussed last time, but the RL is now added to that category, so we're going to talk about that today. And then I'm going to get into the high bay, so the UHBS2 and Easy Bay, and then the sensors that go along with those. So once again, any questions, please put them in the Q&A, and I'll be sure to tackle those at the very end. Let's get into it. The all selectable area sight, the XAS, and I think for us, the representatives of Cooper, we're really happy to have something that kind of checks all the boxes now, right? So we've got a complete fixture that can kind of do everything we need in an area light application. This specific product, you've got 4 SKUs to worry about: 2 body sizes and 2 colors, bronze and black. You've got a 180 watt and a 300 watt unit that maxes out at 46,000 lumens, which gives us a ton of light. Every model has 3 selectable colors, 3,000 to 5,000 K. And what's unique about this one is you get 3 different optics as well. So a type 3, a type 4, and a type 5. So type 3 being our widest, but the least amount of throw, type 4 sort of in the middle, and type 5 is sort of a round, sort of omnidirectional optic. And you can change that right at the fixture level. What's really great about this, and distributors and contractors are going to love this, is the fact that all of the mounts are included in the box. So we don't have to make any decisions early on how I'm mounting this. If you've got a slip fitter application or a wall and or pole, that comes right in the box. In the event you want a trunnion mount, we have a whole other line of floodlights, but if they wanted to match, then you could order the trunnion mount separately. But the stock unit itself comes everything you need for area light: slip fitter and the wall mount. The wall mount adapter is a lot like what the Prevail has, where it's universal. So there's no need sort of to re-drill, right? You've got one major anchoring hole at the top and a longer hole underneath that allows for the wire to feed through in the second bolt. It just reduces sort of any sort of time up in the bucket truck for your contractor, as well as keeps the integrity of the pole intact. Adding more holes obviously weakens that pole, right? So the other piece to this is it includes a 3-pin photocell receptacle and the photocell in the box. You can see this is a complete solution right out of your stock. So you got, again, 2 models, the 180 watt and 300 watt. It comes with all of these adapters you can see here, as well as the receptacle. Now, in terms of some competitors out there, I mean, it is the most complete in the market. There is one other one that has the Swiss lock included. We're the only one that includes all of the mounts, and we're right there in the middle of the pack when it comes to efficacy of that 300 watt model as well. So again, 4 SKUs, 72 configurations. That's the XAS from Cooper. It's available today. We transitioned late last year from the ASWP to the AWP, and the reason for that was a couple of reasons. So number one, they've come out with a larger body size. The ASWP had the 1 and the 2S. This particular model has 3 body sizes, maxing out at that 150 watt range, which gives you over 20,000 lumens, which if you're a hydro person, you're doing hydro audits and retrofits, you need 19,000 lumens to replace a 400 watt metal halide. So this will help you in sort of those applications. Once again, 3 colors. You got a 123 47 volt sensing driver, and the optics now are rotatable, not the entire body. So the ASWP, once you had that mounted, the whole body would have come out if you wanted to get some forward throw. With the AWP, it's just the optic that rotates. So you get a really nice sort of flush look against the wall, but you can still get that forward throw if that's what your customer desires. This one also has a built-in photocell that you can adjust the sensitivity or just turn it off if you're onto some other control system. The other piece to this is you've got a finned look, which is like very classic. This started at the Cross Tour and has worked its way through all the iterations since then. New with this category though is a smooth finish. So and both are stocked, so you kind of get to make a decision if you want that classic finned look or if you want that smooth look. It's really up to you. But yeah, there's a couple of different options there. And the install for this one's a little bit easier as well. So before, what would happen is you would mount your junction box, the whole fixture would come down, and it was a little bit tight to make the connection. Where this one, you can see there's some set screws on the side. It opens like a book. So once you have that fixture mounted to the wall, it opens, and then you can make your connection very easily, close it, 2 screws, installation is finished. So we believe it'll save our contractors some time and some headache while they're on site as well. So that's the AWP. Once again, 3 sizes, 2 finishes. You got 6 SKUs that'll cover, it's about 96 different options we have with the Cross Tour. We can do that with 6 options with the AWP. Now we talked about this last time, and this is the new Flip-N-Klip design from Cooper, and this sort of saves what we like to, the contractor's fingers for sure when they're putting it in with two fingers and trying to get their fingers out of the rat trap. But also if they have to remove it for any reason, this really helps with that too in terms of not damaging the drywall and getting fingers all over the drywall. So they started out with the HLA, which is the adjustable, which we'll talk about here next. Sizes are 3, 4, and 6 inch. We get up to about 1,000 lumens with that 6 inch. When it's flat, it looks like a standard sort of like flat lensed wafer light, but you get the ability to rotate that up to 90 degrees. And there's a couple of old school trims on the MR16 days that we just couldn't sort of match, and we can do that now with the HLA. This has been available out now since, I think it was April this was launched, and now we've got it in the RL Series 2. So the RL, a little bit of history, was sort of the first economy grade LED module that Cooper came out with. We're probably talking 12 years ago now. This would be the latest version of the direct mount option, complete with Flip-N-Klip at no additional cost, which is great. Everybody loves that. 5 CCTs, 90 CRI. There's a dim to warm option as well as the smart Wiz Wi-Fi setup. Available in 4 and 6 inch, and this is available today. So if you're looking for a sample, reach out to your local rep and we'll make sure we get one in your hands. The big thing with this is we got to get it in front of the contractor. We think it's going to save them a ton of time, as well as there's a safety component. If you're dealing with the original sort of direct mount, you got 2 springs, you need 2 hands. If you're up on a ladder, you no longer have 3 points of connection on that ladder. This you can install with 1 hand, which obviously helps in the safety perspective as well. So just to review, we've got the HLA adjustable and the RL now available in the Flip-N-Klip. And what's coming, I don't have slides on it today, but the LCR, which is a light commercial retrofit, is also coming out very soon with this, with a 123/47 volt driver. That's something we've been asking for a long time. We couldn't be more excited. So that'll be on our next round of MarketPro Spark session. This is probably one of my favorite high bays to sell. This is our UHBS2. This has been out now for a few years, but it's worth kind of revisiting. This is sort of your everything you need in one box solution. It's got a hook standard, it's 123/47 volt, it's IP rated, it's NSF certified. You've got 3 different body styles now. You got that 12 to 18,000 lumen package, you got the 24 to 36, and we have a 48 to 60,000 lumen package as well, which for those really high ceilings really makes a big difference. But what makes that what's important about that is the adjustable optics. So if I've got a high ceiling application, I'm at 30 feet or over, and I have a wide distribution, I'm going to do a really good job lighting up the ceiling, but it's going to be really hard to drive light down. So with this product in the field, they can rotate that lens and go from a wide body to medium to narrow and really drive the light down. And when you show this in front of a contractor, they love that because it gives them some flexibility on site if they've got to make some changes for their client. Right in the middle, you can see a cap there. That cap unscrews. Underneath that, you've got access to 5 different CCTs and 3 different lumen outputs, and that's where the sensor goes. So we'll talk about the sensor here in just a sec. If pricing becomes an issue, we've got the Easy Bay. This is like a 1 SKU to kind of rule the world. It's got 3 lumen packages, 18 to 30,000 lumens. You still get a 123/47 volt driver. You still get an IK8 rated lens, IP65. You still have the ability for the sensor. What you miss though is you get 3 different CCTs and you get no accessories for it. So if your customer wants, you know, they want a wire guard, they want like an acrylic sort of reflector, we can do that with the UHBS 2, not with the Easy Bay. So any sort of options, lean UHBS 2. If it's a basic application, the Easy Bay is a really, really, really good option. One thing to note though, this does not come with a hook, it comes with a loop. So from an install perspective, make sure you help your contractor out with some sort of way to fasten it to the ceiling. But it comes with that mounting ring included. Now, what they launched last MarketPro was the high bay sensor, and there's a part number change. It used to be called the UHBS sensor, but we can use it in a variety of different high bays now. So they've changed that part number to the HBS1. What they launched last time, though, or now, is this light sensor. So what's the difference? The best way for me to illustrate this is in a warehouse aisle environment. Okay, so if I walk into the aisle and I use the HBS1 sensor, each of those fixtures is going to operate independently. So as I walk down that aisle, they're all going to come on as each of them detect occupancy. I can set my settings and have the exact same settings per unit. You buy the UHBS, the remote, you can change your settings on, you know, the time that it's on for, and if it comes up to 80%, it goes down to 10. You can settle those settings, save them, and then program all of them the same, but they're going to operate independently. If my client wants the experience where they come into the aisle and the entire aisle lights up, then you can move into wavelengths light. There's no need for a hub. Basically, all you do is you install the sensor the same way. It's a headphone jack and it threads in. You open up your phone, you download the Wavelengths Light app, and you can connect it right there. Very, very, very straightforward. What you would do is you would create a zone for each of those aisles. And once any one of those sensors within that aisle detects occupancy, it's going to illuminate that entire aisle for you. So that's where I would make the distinction. This is actually really well illustrated on this slide here. So you got 4 preset modes, the HBS1, you got a mobile app of the Wavelengths Light, which is fully configurable. There's a little bit of a difference on the height, so up to 50 feet with the HBS1 sensor, up to 40 feet with the Wavelengths Light, but it works with all of the high bays that are available in MarketPro with that input jack.